Winter is just around the corner as you get a look at Highmark Stadium just south of Buffalo, New York. Today we've got an AFC East matchup between the Miami Dolphins and the Buffalo Bills. And we are underway in Buffalo. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
Ready.
They'll run here with Raheem Mostert. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. Well, this defense for the Bills, they really played well a week ago in that win over the Jets.
And the way they did it was by getting after the quarterback. Sacked him 7 times in that game. Came from all angles, created a lot of illusions, and especially just beat them man for man. That's the kind of defense that really frustrates an opponent.
On the carry, this is Myles Gaskin. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Give him 15 yards on that one, and the Dolphins have a first down.
How best to describe that one? I'd say right down Broadway on that run.
A straight-ahead running. I think that might be something we see a lot of between the tackles today.
Well, he's enjoying things so far here this afternoon. Sees a crease and bursts through it for a solid gain.
And able to work about 5 yards out of this as he's taken down up near the 47.
That's a really good gain right there. They pick up 5 yards halfway to a first down. The only problem now in the huddle, everyone's going to want to touch the football. Be a lot of chattering now because they've seen that they can move the line of scrimmage.
Second down, Gaskin.
Brandon, one thing about blitzes, they really confuse offensive linemen at times, and what you have to do is lock in on the guy right in front of you. If you don't, you saw the end result. Defensive tackle ended up making the play.
Now a play fake. Here's Tagovailoa. That's caught by his big tight end, Mike Gesicki. And he's got a first down as the tackle made at the Bills' 34-yard line. They give him 17 yards that time as that'll move the chains. On first and 10, it's Mostert. And a short gain down to about the 33. Here's second and 9, just a yard on that last run. Tua going to throw. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Duke Dawson picks it, and the Bills are going to have it here as they'll start at their own 24-yard line. Remember, Charles, this is the #1 defense in the NFL, and they proved their mettle here, forcing the turnover on the opening possession.
And sometimes when you play a team that has that reputation, it's earned it by their play. The psychology is, okay, they're #1. They have to prove it to us, and they tried to attack. They found out that that ranking was real.
And if history is any indication, when this defense gets off to a good start, look out.
Yeah, their offense plays off of them awfully well, too.
Again, it's Harris on second down. 4 yards the pickup, first down. The Bills had 10-3 on the year, and they coming on a pretty good roll here. Winners of 3 straight.
And let's remember that last week that this offense, they played about as well as they possibly could play. Touchdown after touchdown. They were absolutely unstoppable in that game. They'll be hard-pressed to do it again, repeat that type of performance. But, boy, were they sensational just a week ago.
Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down. These two teams, you might recall, met up back in September in Week 3. And it was the Bills winning on the road, so they look for the sweep here in Buffalo. From the 41, Allen, flush to his right. It's brought in by Harris. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. 14 yards, and the Bills will get a new set of downs.
And they'll use him out in the backfield, and sometimes quite a bit. They're just trying to get him touches any way they can. 4 catches a week ago, there's another one right there.
He's going to fire one deep over the middle. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Brandon, watching their tape from last week, I saw plenty of plays like we just saw there, forcing incompletions. It was key in their win last week. They're hoping the same thing happens this time out, too.
The 20. 10. A big play here for Buffalo. And even 40 yards.
It's not often that you'll find offensive and defensive guys that'll agree on much, but one place they find common ground, you've got to protect or attack the middle of the field. And no one was there. What a big play, moving it downfield.
Now a first down carry for Harris. And a minuscule gain of maybe a yard from the 6 to the 5. And the ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal. And he takes it in across the chalk for a Bills touchdown. Josh Allen keeping it himself from 5 yards out. And the Bills use the early turnover to get on the board first here in this one. Well, these guys have won 3 straight ball games and another good start to this one out to the 6-0 lead.
And I've talked with so many different coaches, as have you, along the way, and they always talk about winning streaks and the mood of a team and how much easier it is to actually prepare during that time. Guys are sharp, guys are focused, everyone's feeling good, and we're seeing it early in this one.
After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And remember, the last time out, they threw the interception. That led to the touchdown, so now time to regroup.
It certainly is, and their goal right now as they go back out on the field, a calming drive, something that takes the ball, keeps it for a while, lets the defense relax a little bit, lets the offense regain confidence in their game plan.
A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. On first down, back to Gaskin. He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Off of play action, Tagovailoa. Got a man complete to Cedric Wilson. And he's got a first down as a tackle made at the Bills' 39. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Tua going to tap this forward on the jet sweep. The ball comes out. Now this is picked up by the Bills. And they put it on the ground here on the 2nd drive. And of course, Charles, that follows drive number 1 where they had the INT.
Makes you wonder what's going on with this team, because a lot of times we can attribute it to nerves, but maybe it's a lack of focus. Maybe it is the preparation for the game. Maybe they just came into a little lackadaisical, because that's just not looking good at all. That's just not the football that we came here to see.
And good running there as he'll take this all the way up to midfield. First down, and they go back to Harris. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
Offensive linemen love creating space for their guys carrying the ball, but when that guy also breaks tackles and creates extra yardage, they almost feel like he's one of them, and they really embrace him.
Tap forward by Allen on the jet sweep. 20, 10, and all the way home for a Bills touchdown. So the touchdown there, and that play, the tap pass, so simple, Charles, on the face of it, but what makes it so difficult for defenses to stop?
I think it's the precision and the quickness in which the play occurs, because the snap gets to the quarterback. He's essentially playing volleyball with it, just immediately just shoveling it forward. And when that receiver's at a full head of steam, if you don't take the edge away, he's got a chance to get to the corner and get upfield. But if you take the edge away, that's your chance to disrupt that play.
And no disruption there, that's for sure, as it winds up 6 points.
Get him! Get to 22. Do not get to 22.
The Dolphins at the line, ready for their next drive. As we grind toward the end of the season here, and they haven't had the season that they had hoped. So let me ask you to play GM. Where might they look to make some changes?
I think when you look into the upcoming draft, think hard about them drafting multiple offensive linemen. They've got to get stouter up front. And as a GM always tells me, Charles, this is a big boy league, and big people always end up winning games for you.
On play action, here's Tua. He rifles one that's intercepted. Teron Johnson able to pick it.
When a team's turned it over 3 times in the first half, we just look at the offense and say, guys, what are you doing? But instead, we really should be looking at the defense. They've created the takeaways. 2 interceptions, 1 caused fumble. They played awfully well swarming to the ball here in the first half.
So after the INT, it's Allen. Flushed out right. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away incomplete. Now that'll bring up 2nd down.
That's tremendous field position that they were given following the turnover, but they've still got work to do to get to field goal range, and the coverage we're seeing isn't going to make it easy.
Allen will try again on 2nd down. That's caught by Gabriel Davis. And they're going to get this down to about the 37.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route, and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and get the quarterback a really nice target.
He had the touchdown earlier. This one's going to get him a 1st down. Again, they'll throw with Allen. And he's got his tight end Knox for a Bills touchdown. A great play there. His 4th touchdown on the year. And the Bills have moved out in front by 3 touchdowns. Extra point by Bass, up and good. And it's now 21-0. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. The Dolphins at the line, ready for their next drive. Well, CD, you kind of feel like they're in a bit of a danger zone right here, because now you're down 3 scores, and I know we're in the first half, but the way this offense hasn't been able to generate anything, you feel like they probably need to get something going on this drive, right?
Yeah, and sometimes I'll overuse if this is an important possession. But I think this has to be the possession where they come up with an answer, because only a few teams in league history have ever come back from a 4-score deficit. And if they don't score here, that's what they could be facing the next time they get the ball.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. The pressure gets there, and Tua is going to be taken down. Tagovailoa going for it on 4th down. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. Now a give. Running left is Harris. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. Najee Harris, his 16th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Bills continue to pull away here in this first half. An extra point by Bass, up and good. And the rally's on here in this first half. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. Igbenogany elects not to return it. The football will come out to the 25-yard line. The Dolphins at the line, ready for their next drive. As this offense gets ready here for this drive, Charles, you still wonder about that prior drive. Went for it on 4th down in their own territory, didn't get it, and then that led to a touchdown on the other side.
And I don't mind the aggressiveness. In fact, I'm usually a huge fan of it. But I just want teams to always weigh risk and reward. To me, too early in this game because reward just wasn't big enough to go for it there in case they failed. Now the pressure back on their offense to pick themselves up, and they gave the touchdown that was just given up.
Another throw on 2nd down, and this one incomplete as well.
Feels like they're getting caught in between here because they did incompletions on 1st and 2nd down.
Now you got to worry a little bit about the clock because you prefer not to give them another shot here in the first half. But if you don't pick up the 1st down, guess what? You're likely going to have to.
And they work this well upfield across the 45. They fake the handoff. Now Tua completes it to the tight end Smythe. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. A very solid gain of 27. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far at 2nd down.
They had their backs up against the wall a little bit, and they come through by forcing an incompletion. Now they've got to continue to ratchet up the intensity a couple of more times and get off the field before giving up any more yardage.
That's going to be caught. And all the way to the 2-yard line there before crossing over out of bounds. 23 yards on the play. This is 1st and goal and a golden chance to get a score back here before halftime. Going to the air. Tagovailoa. Touchdown. Tyreek Hill. A 2-yard touchdown grab. And the Dolphins are on the board here in the final minute of the first half.
I'm not sure that they have illusions right now of, okay, we're going to score 8 times in a row and we're going to be terrific. But to get one, that was huge for them. That has to feel much better right now.
And you do have, we're still in the first half. You do have the entire second half. There's something about that goose egg that just looked bad on that board, but now they've broken it.
Yeah, broken through. Can they maintain the pace? We'll see as we go along.
Now here's a look for the end zone, but that one's going to wind up incomplete.
I don't know about you, but I can't wait for a few years of 2-point tries and see what the data tells us, because a lot of teams want to throw the ball in this situation. This time, unsuccessfully. I just wonder if maybe running the ball might be the way to go.
With it moved up from the 3 to the 2, you would think maybe a few more attempts at running.
I think stats over time may bear out that running the ball will at least be the equal of throwing it in that situation.
And a short kick taken at about the 16. And they'll be set up pretty nicely here as they have it up to the 35-yard line. Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. And with a 3-score lead already, this is not time for a momentum change, so I'd imagine they'd be happy to just take this into the locker room. And he'll just push his way forward for a few as the clock will run. Allen off the play fake. Looking for Knox on the crossing route. It's complete. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. That one a gain of 20 and a first down. Here's Allen. And incomplete on the deep ball.
Well, no one likes to see that drop, but I'll guarantee it's not going to stop his quarterback from going back to him anytime he has open space.
2nd and 10, a very chilly day here, but no snow. And I got to say, if it's going to be this cold, I want snow. You should see Charles' face. He's looking at me like I'm crazy. Allen going to throw. Escaping the pressure right. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's 3rd down.
Oh, I saw this one with defensive eyes because even as he escaped the pocket and bought time, the coverage stayed tight. Nothing broke down. Throwing it away, that was his only option.
Allen to throw once more. He's got it complete to Stephon Diggs. Now a timeout called with 3 seconds to go. And, of course, they're in field goal range in the final seconds of this first half. The kick by Bass is good. And that will do it for this first half. So we've come to halftime after a very one-sided beginning to this one. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the 3rd quarter. Bills with the lead, and they'll get the football first as the second half is underway. Well, certainly not what they wanted out of the locker room here as they'll start defensively at the 40-yard line. Well, you don't see that often. He just mishit it, and it goes out of bounds.
Well, I know sitting up here, and I'm looking at you, and you're looking at me, and I know we're both thinking the same thing. Isn't it easy enough to keep it between the sidelines? Because unless you're intentionally doing it for some reason, well, that's a costly mishit, and now you put your team in a bad spot.
The tackle made by L.J. Ford.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
Bring it home, boys. We got this.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. They run again with Harris. And he'll only get a yard, maybe 2, up to the 46.
And this is why aggressive defensive coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. They'll go with a touch pass here, trying to pick it up. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. A nice play design there with the touch pass. Looked good at the start, but bottom line, the defense was ready.
And they did a nice job scouting, didn't they? Not just scouting, but now executing once they saw the play for real after having worked on it all week in practice. They drilled on the play, then they drilled him.
Allen going to go on 4th down. He'll rifle this one deep right side. He's got a man complete. And all the way home for a Bills touchdown. Dawson Knox with his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Bills' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points. That certainly went against the traditional ways of playing football, but who cares? Look at the result. Big touchdown.
They went for it on their own side of the 50. So there's conservative, there's aggressive, and there's really aggressive, which is what we just saw there. Tip of the cap to them.
An extra point by Bass, up and good. And the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter. The Dolphins at the line, ready for their next drive. CD, they certainly know the hole that they face as they begin the second half. They have to do what precious few teams have done in NFL history. That's try to come back from a 4-possession deficit.
And, partner, you know, as that team gathers, they're saying to each other, you never say never, right? Because if you're on an NFL roster, that's how you have to think. You can always come back and win a ball game. And let's face it, we saw a certain Super Bowl, a 25-point lead late, that wasn't enough to put someone away. But that being said, this task is near impossible. Let's face it. And bottom line is, it officially becomes impossible if this possession is an empty one.
Throwing is Tagovailoa on third down here. And able to find Gesicki as tight end. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. Tua to throw again. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Hill. And he'll be brought down inside the 40-yard line. From the 39, Tua. Throwing for the out route, he finds Wilson. And he's going to be marked down just inside the 35.
A little football 101 there. You just see the receiver try to run down the defender, meaning he goes right at him and really trying to move him a little bit towards the center of the field so he can put his foot in the ground and break to the out, to the sideline, and make a catch.
Here's a toss play right to Mostert. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. Tough spot looking at 2nd and 16 here after the big loss. Throwing now is Tagovailoa. This one complete to Jalen Waddle. And he's going to be taken down at the 28-yard line.
Fired that one in there, able to make connection on a nice in route.
With those faster passes when they're going that fast, any hesitation as a quarterback that the deflection, if you miss, might be bigger and lead to an interception?
Yeah, and the deflection works both ways. Maybe a defender gets a hand in the way and it pops in the air. And sometimes you throw it so hard your receiver can't handle it, and he pops it up in the air for the defenders to grab as well.
But a moot point there as they were able to connect. That's complete once again. It's Gesicki. Power touchdown Dolphins. Mike Gesicki, a 22-yard touchdown grab. And the Dolphins get a bit closer.
Well, we know someone just added to his touchdown passing total, but all he did was get the ball out quickly to his tight end and let him take care of business the rest of the way.
Mike McDaniel, no hesitation on his end. He's telling his offense to go for 2. Tua going to try and throw for it. And they're going to get the 2-point conversion, caught in the end zone, and that cuts the lead a bit further. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. This one taken just inside the 10. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And now you've got the clock winding down here in the third quarter. Your 3 scores to the good. What's your approach on this drive?
Too early to fully commit to playing the clock game. Yet at the same time, you're also not going pell-mell like you would in 2-minute offense. This is what NFL offenses call 4-minute football. Take the clock out of the game a little bit, wind it down, but at the same time, keep advancing the ball down the field.
To throw on 2nd and 6. Allen. That's swung out wide to Harris. And he'll be out of bounds right at the 40. That good for 21 yards on the catch and run.
This offensive game plan has just been sensational. I mean, when you think about all the different ways they've gotten their receivers open so far, it's really been impressive. Scheme, design, execution.
Diggs crossing the field and bringing it in. On play action, Allen. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And that one incomplete. They try to sneak in a deep ball with the clock running down, but to no avail as time will expire on this third quarter of play. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down.
We got their defense ready.
From midfield, here's Allen. Over the middle, complete. It's Harris. And he's got another first down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 35. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. To throw, it's Allen. Finding Harris on back-to-back plays. And he'll be taken down at about the 22-yard line. The passing game continues to be their friend. Even with a stable lead here in the fourth, Charles, they're going back to that well.
Yeah, with their overall philosophy, you know that they trust their quarterback. He's been able to throw it well. They continue to throw these safe passes. Who can blame them?
Now Allen again. And that is caught. Touchdown, Buffalo. DJ Moore, his 2nd TD of the game and 16th on the season. And the Bills are about to make it 4 straight as they add to this fourth quarter advantage. Extra point by Bass, up and good. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. Igbenogany elects not to return it. The football will come out to the 25-yard line. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. We certainly had a sense coming in here that these guys were in for a tough one on the road. That has been how this ball game has played out. They trail big as we continue on now here in this fourth quarter. They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. Tua sets up to pass it. Open man is Waddle, complete. Couple of Alabama guys there. Tua to Waddle for the Miami first. Hard to believe his first catch of the game defensively. They bottled him up. That's why they're well on their way to victory.
Put your best cover guy on him and then change the coverages behind him throughout the game. Brackets, double, zone, man, you name it. Make sure he gets a lot of angles.
And at the 7-yard line, the catch is made. Touchdown! So still throwing here in the fourth quarter with a pretty sizable lead, and now that lead even more sizable. And if nothing else here, CD, a chance to pile on some stats before this one wraps up, and he did just that.
Brandon, convention tells us it's time for them to get off the gas a little bit, right? But you and I both know the receivers don't want them to because, as you noted, this is their chance to pile on the stats. If they got their way, they try to get every single spot in the depth chart points before this game is over.
And the Bill. Now a loose football. The ball comes out. And the Dolphins have got it. Well, fourth quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover.
Touchdown, Dolphins. Tyreek Hill, 55 yards. And the Dolphins are able to make some inroads here to that deficit. He's got them out now to a 3-score lead here in the fourth quarter after that one, CD. And well, he looked right off the line like he knew that that ball was coming his way, and he secured it for 6 points.
Yeah, I think when you're leading by a healthy margin already, it actually loosens you up and allows you to take maybe a few more chances and definitely play with more confidence because he certainly saw something he could exploit in the defense, and he made sure to let his quarterback know, just get it to me. And the rest was all up to him, and he delivered and made it a 3-score game.
This will be fielded inside the 5. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. And they've got to be feeling very comfortable and confident here with this lead in the football here in the fourth quarter, Charles. And I don't think that they need to score again, but it seems like this offense is just getting better as the game goes on. They've scored on their last 2 drives.
Certainly feels like a chance for them to continue to have some fun out there, doesn't it? Game's already decided, as you noted, so they can continue to play loose, break out some other concepts, maybe run a few trick plays, get other people involved. Heck, even go deep on one of these first snaps just because they can.
They'll wind up getting 9 after tucking it and running, so it'll leave them with 2nd and a yard. Harris running straight ahead, and he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. He winds up giving a yard back there, and now it's 3rd and 2.
With his size, he's a tough man to bring down, but they do a nice job there stopping his progress and not allowing him to get back to the line of scrimmage.
The Bills on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This time they face a 3rd and 2. Trying to pick it up on the ground with Harris. Well, they hit him in the backfield, and he will not escape. And that is not going to get it done. Nothing doing on 2nd and 3rd down after that 9-yard gain on 1st. When this offense gathers to watch the tape, they're going to like a lot of what they saw. They put up big numbers, but they might fast forward through that last play.
Oh, there won't be any fast forwarding, partner. I've sat in those sessions before. You end up spending more time on the bad plays than you do on the good ones. It's just the nature of coaches. But I know sitting in that room, when you've had a big game, the night that they've had, you don't want to hear that. You just want to focus on the good stuff.
And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. The conversion is successful with a sizable gain of 13, and the decision to go for it looks like a smart one. Here's Allen on 1st and 10. It's Najee Harris now on back-to-back plays with a catch. And he'll be brought down on the other side of midfield at the 43. So Allen's going to look to throw. He gets it complete to Harris. And they'll work this down inside the 30. And passing yardage-wise, now up over 350 in this game. Pretty nice performance.
Definitely that, which usually means you're putting a lot of pressure on guys trying to cover. If you're a defensive back and they put over 350 yards on you, you've had a long day. The key to everything, if you're doing it without throwing interceptions or turning the ball over.
And they're going to get this down inside the 20. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And he's got his target, Harris. And the Bills are going to be set up with a 1st and goal coming up as they get him down at the 6-yard line. Now a second timeout called for by the defense as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. And again, it's Allen. And a minuscule gain of maybe a yard from the 6 to the 5. Now the defense will burn their 3rd and final timeout as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. Throwing now is Allen. And it's caught. Touchdown, Bills. Dawson Knox, a 5-yard touchdown. And the Bills extend this 4th quarter lead, and they are getting closer and closer to win number 11. Extra point by Bass, up and good. And they open the lead up now to 25. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. Where we stand right now in the 4th quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. Oh, and Tua going to be intercepted for the 3rd time. Picked off by Jordan Poyer. And the Bills are going to get the football here at their own 23. Well, it wasn't always pretty, but the interception there, that means that they should get out of here with a victory.
Yeah, this is not a game that they're going to preserve for posterity on defense. But they did finish it off, didn't they? They did make the winning play to close things out. They'll take that one and head to the locker room.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And it would seem as if their 3-game winning streak is about to go to 4, but still a little work to do as they start 1st and 10. Allen's throw complete there to Moore. And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. Took just one play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on 1st down. Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete.
I think it's fairly safe to call this game over, but they're still trying to bomb it downfield and add to their lead. Almost makes you start to feel for the defense and root for them a little bit, too.
And they just took a timeout with 2 seconds to go. This one obviously decided. Not sure they needed to take it, but we'll take it with them.
You mean it.
And Allen is actually going to throw it here. Eluding the pressure right. He's got the connection to Moore. And he's got another 1st down as he's brought down at the Dolphins 30. Well, Charles, a lot of happy faces heading into the tunnel as this one ends, and understandably so. Not only did they get the win, but boy, their offense was on fire in this ball game.
And, partner, I have no idea what the top speed is on one of those high-end sports cars. What's the top gear you can get into? This offense, they certainly were there in this one, huh? Everything clicking for them in this contest, the kind of performance that they're going to cherish.
So for the Bills, they remain in the hunt for a 1st-round bye as they move to 11-3 on the year. And they'll hit the road next week to take on the Chicago Bears. Meanwhile, for the Dolphins, their slim playoff hopes are gone now as they fall to 5-9. And they'll have a tough one at home now.